The Bible says, meanwhile. So Peter, he went there. And I'm in verse 16. Meanwhile, where we started off. Peter continued, what? Knocking. And what happened? When they finally what? All right, let me go back. Peter continued. When they finally.
They was amazed.
Check this out, y'all. I'm guilty of preaching it, and I'm sure you've heard it in the past. That if you're knocking and the door don't open, that you're probably knocking at the wrong door. And so we'll preach to you and we'll say, hey, you're knocking at the wrong door.
That's good right there. I didn't think of that.
We've preached it. You're knocking. But because the door didn't open up when you wanted it to open up, because it didn't open up in your timing, because it didn't open up the way you wanted it to open up, we have convinced you that you was knocking at the wrong door. But God sent me with a message for your 2025. Don't you go nowhere. You stay right there and keep knocking on the door where you know God has sent you. Because it may not open up immediately. It may not open up when you want it to open up. But let me tell you something. It's going to open up eventually.
Come on, keep knocking. Keep knocking.
Yeah, that's all I come to tell you. Keep on knocking. Because every time you knock, that's sending a signal to God, I still trust you.
Yes, sir.
I'm still waiting on you.
Yes, sir.
I love the fact that Peter didn't try to open the door himself.
Come on.
I am preaching in this place. How many of y'all know I done got into some mess because when the door wouldn't open, I just opened the door up for myself.
Come on.
Now, baby, I'm waiting on God now. I'm depending on God now. I ain't putting nothing but faith on this door. And the only way I'm going through it is if God opens it up. We almost out of here.
Take your time.
We almost out of here.
Take your time.
We almost out of here.
Keep knocking.
Y'all know my home church is Tabernacle Missionary Baptist Church. I grew up at that church, and I love that church dearly. And then one of the things me and Roger argue about sometimes, all these years later, is I applied to be the pastor there years and years ago. What was it, 2012? 2012 to be the pastor of Tabernacle Missionary Baptist Church, where I had grew up all my life, where I had seen Pastor Hunt all my life, where I felt like that was Moses and I was his Joshua. And Roderick said, David, I don't understand why you didn't go in there and vote for yourself. Because you was a member, you could have voted for yourself. But I was like Peter. I said, if God don't open the door, I ain't going through the door. I ain't trying to open it by myself. But if God won't be in it, he's going to have to open up the door for me. I know y'all missed that. I wouldn't be the pastor of Shiloh had God opened that door. That wasn't the door for me. But I did come in the door that God did open up. Yes, sir. High five your neighbor. We almost out here. Tell them, baby, we in the right place. We in